Hi, everyone, and welcome to Grade 6 revision. This video is designed for Grade 6 students. So, please, you are more than welcome to watch this video for your revision of Term 2. So, this is for Term 2. We have a bunch of topics that we're gonna discuss about for the final exam. And the topics are adding and subtracting decimal numbers, multiplying whole numbers by decimal numbers, long division, calculating change, division and multiplication in word problems, calculating averages, reading line graphs, reading pie charts, reading coordinates and translating shapes, calculating angles, describing number sequences, identifying ratios. These are the topics included in your final exam. They're very simple actually, and we cover them all during the class. This is just an extra thing to do for you since you are good and wonderful students. Even though it's late, it's what time is it now? It's 1:21 a.m. So it's very late, but a promise is a promise. I promised you to make a video, so I did it. So Bismillah, let's start. Let's start by the first thing, which is adding and subtracting decimal numbers. Let's start with an example. Adding and subtracting, one of the four core operations in maths. As you know, in operations, each and every operation is going to be applied on different types of numbers. In numbers, we have a lot of kinds of numbers. We have decimal numbers and we have whole numbers. I think we covered whole numbers. Let's go through decimal numbers. A decimal numbers is any number that has decimal point. For example, the number here 38. Point what? Point 43. This is a decimal number because it has a decimal point. This decimal point defines this as a decimal number. Okay. Now we're gonna apply an operation. So we're gonna take this number, subtract it by 27.82. So 38.42 subtract 27.82. This is our expression here, our formula. So let's start. Bismillah. First thing to do is you put the number on the left up and the number on the right down. So take the number on the left, 38.42, 43, sorry, and the number on the right, 27.82 down. Remember, boys and girls, remember that we put the units, sorry, we put the hundreds under the hundreds, the tenths under the tenths, of course, decimal points under the decimal point, units under the units, and tens under tens. This is hundreds, tenths, units, tens. Okay, nice. Now we subtract normally, like they are whole numbers. The only thing we need to do before we even subtract, we put this along this decimal point, put it down here in this way. Now we start our subtraction. Now 3 minus 2 is obviously 1. 4 minus 8 I can't because this 4 is less than 8. So I have to borrow from the 8. This will be 7. This will be 14. And if you subtract 14 by 8, it will be 6. Then 7 minus 7 is 0. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So your answer should be 10.61. The answer is 10.61. Of course, if you want to confirm this in the exam, do something called inverse operation. After you did the subtraction, you can do the addition to double check your answer. Okay. Now, Another example. Let's do another example. Let's do another one. That's subtraction. Now let's do addition. Let's do addition. For example, 45.76 plus 18.21. Same steps, but here addition. We put the number on the left up, the number on the right down. Always remember this order. Even though in addition order doesn't matter, but we just follow one rule to make it sense and to not confuse. Uh, so 45.76 plus 18.21, and of course here the place value matters. Hundreds under hundreds, tenths under tenths, units under units, and tens under tens. Okay, now we add 617. Let's make it another. Let's change the color. 617, 729. Point goes down. 58, 13, 3 here. 1 up, 1 4, 5, 5 1, 6. This is the answer. You can do something called inverse operation by subtracting this value which you got 63.97 by 18.21, you will get 45.76, or otherwise take the value 63 point 63.97 subtracted by 45.76, it will give you 18.21. Okay. So when you do this, you will double check and you will know for sure that this is the right answer. Thank you. That's for the first part, for the first lesson, adding and subtracting decimal numbers. Remember, this is just a revision class. You need to double check your notebook, you need to double check your textbook, what we have done during the classes, and all of that kind of stuff. All right. Now, to the other part, multiplying whole numbers by decimal numbers. We agree we have decimal numbers and whole numbers. So what are the numbers? Numbers are a lot. Numbers can be whole and can be part. The part numbers are decimal numbers. So decimal numbers here, we're gonna take the whole numbers, one of the examples, and then multiply it by a decimal number. So let's get right into it. You have the first whole number, which is 7, multiplied by a decimal number, which is 4.3. If you remember, by partitioning, we did this together during the class by doing this way. Okay, I'm gonna show you two ways. I recommend the second way. I'm gonna show you the first way. The first way is by taking 7, multiply it by 3 and 4 individually. Let's start with the 3. 3 is a decimal number. Be careful. So it's 0.3. So 7 times 3 is 21, but we need to put as a rule, we need to put a decimal point between the 2 and the 1. So 7 times 3 is gonna be 2.1 because 3 is a decimal number. 4 here belongs to the units. It's not a decimal number, it is a whole number. I'm talking about 4 as an individual number if I partitioned 4 alone. Okay. Now 7 times 4 is 28. So now I have my 4 and I have my 3. So 2.1 and 28. So 7 times 0.3 gives me 2.1. 7 times 4 give me 28. Remember, 7 times 0.3, not 3. This is 0.3 if I partition, because 4 plus 0.3 equals 4.3. Remember that, please. Remember that. Now we go back to our calculation here. Now we add these together. We add them together. So 2 plus 28 is gonna be 30, and the point goes down, and 1 goes down. But here we don't care about the order. We don't care about the decimals because we don't have a decimal part here on the 28. So 1 goes down, so it's 28 up. This is what you should think of, and 2 here and point 1 here. Order matters, place value matters. I don't have here decimal part for the 28, so I'm just gonna put the 1 down. 8 plus 2 is gonna be 10, 0 here, 1 up. Of course, the point, don't forget the point. 1 plus 2 is 3. The answer is 30.1. Can I do another way? Of course. This is Benton way. Can I do another way? Of course we can do another way. It is called column multiplication, our beloved column multiplication. So you take the 4.3 up and the 7 down. Or otherwise, I prefer this being down. It's being more neat. Remember, addition and multiplication, order doesn't matter. But in division and subtraction, it does. Now, let's start multiplying. 7 times 3. What does it equal? Before we start, the point goes down. So put the point down so you won't forget about it. And remember, we have place value, one place value here and one here, and we can add 2 or 3 there on the left side, But we only have one place value that we can put before the point. This is very important, and what I'm saying right now is very important. So we only can have one place before the decimal point. Let me check if the mic is turned on. Okay, alhamdulillah. So now let's multiply. Now 7 times 3 is 21. So 1 here. Let me change the color. 1 here, 2 up. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 plus 2. Because we multiply, then we add. 28 plus 2 is 30. 30.1. This is it. Double check, double check. If you want to, you can do always inverse operation, which is long division. Okay? All right. Now, the bigger challenge. What if we have two digit number, like for example 24, two-digit whole number multiplied by a decimal number, for example 15.3. What are we going to do? Same. Don't worry. I prefer to take the decimal number up. Always put the decimal number up. This is my way. Do your own way. You can always use the grid method if you like to, but I recommend the column multiplication since we all like it. So what we're gonna do? Remember, boys and girls, in the exam, I care a lot about the method. So please do not write the answer directly. Write the method. I have designed a place where you write the method in your exam. So be careful. Write the method on its place. Show me the steps. So, for example, here we're gonna choose the multiplications, the column multiplication steps. So I'm gonna take the 24, the 15.3 and put it up, even though it's the right one, should be down, but I prefer to put a decimal number up. 15.3 and the 24 down. When you multiply, we will consider the 4 alone, and we will consider the 2 alone. Here, 7, right? Only 7. Imagine that you will multiply 4 alone and 2 alone. Then we're gonna skip when we reach 2. Then we're gonna skip one place value. After I multiply this by this and this and this, it will give us a number here. You see, when I start multiplying 2 by this and this and this, I will skip one place value. I will skip it. I will start from this second place value. Clear? So let's start now. After I gave you the overview, let's start. Now 4 times 3 is what? Is 12. Absolutely right. But mister, you forgot something. Yes, it is true. We need to put our decimal point on its designated place and be careful. It's very important before you even start. So, mister, what do you mean by that? What I mean, I have only one place value before the decimal point, not 2, and never 2, or not 3. Only one number here, sorry, only one digit here I can put. Only one digit I can put here. Only. Okay, careful. Now, 4 times 3 is 12. 2 here, 1 up. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 1 is 21. 1 here, 2 up. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 go down. Done. Now I start with the 2. Now I start with 2. Let's delete these. I'm finished with these. Now I start with 2. Look here. Very important, huh? Very important. When I start with 2, now multiply, I will skip this place value. I will forget about this decimal point. I put it, okay. Forget about it now. Forget that it's even there. Forget about it. Now you have to skip this place value, skip it, and start from here. Now 2 times 1, 2 times, sorry, 3 equals 6. 6 on the other one. 2 times 5 is 10. What's wrong with this? 2 times 5 is 10. So 0 here, and the 1 up. 2 times 1, 2. 2 plus 3, sorry, 2 plus 1, 3. Now, the product of multiplication is addition. I add. What's going to happen? The 2 will go down. Decimal point will go down. 1, 6, 7. 6 plus 0, 6. And the 3 will go down. So my answer is 3,607, 3,000, sorry, my answer is 367.2. 367.2. This is my answer. Be careful. So take this, multiply, give me this. Decimal point goes in this place. I start with the second digit. I leave a space. Then I go on. Then I add. That's it. Now we will go through long division. I will give you this number. 3,170 divided by 5. This is called divisor, and this is called dividend. The number on the right, it will be on the left. And the number on the left, it will be on the right. So the dividend should be here, and the divisor should be here. Let's do our long division. Come on. 3,170 divided by 5. Now, what's the number? I multiply to 5. Remember, before I start, when I do this, I will look at the divisor, and I would think of its uh, times table. So I will think of the times table of 5. I will think of it. I will have to remember it to make this true. And sometimes when we have bigger numbers, bigger than 5, bigger than 12, like 25, 27, 30, as a divisor, we need to write their times table on the right side here, for example, right over here. For example, 5 times 5 is 5, 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2, 10, 15. Write the times table of 5 as an example. But if I have a bigger number, I don't remember it. I don't know the 24 times table. So you need to write the 24 times table, for example. We'll discuss this through after this example. Okay, now go back to this one. 3,170 divided by 5. Sorry if I am speaking fast, because this is a revision, not a normal class. Okay? Now, we will look at the 3. Do I have the 3 in the times table of 5? Always in long division like this. Start with one digit from the left side, not to the right. No, no, no. From the left side. Long division rules. I think we took this since we were in grade 3. So you look at the digit on the left side. Digit on the left side. What about it? You look at the digit left side. I don't have it in the 5 times table. I don't. So now what you're gonna do? You will take both of these digits. 31. Do I have it? No, I don't. But I do have a near number to it. If I multiply the 5 by 6, it will give me 30. That's the nearest thing. Now I subtract. Remember, boys and girls, we subtract, not add. Now 1 and 0. Okay. Now the 7 will go down. Now I can put the 7 down easily without even thinking. Why, Mr. Nasser? Because the 7 is put down, because I subtracted. So I can put 7 down. I don't add anything here. Okay. Do I have the 17 in times table of 5? No, but I have something new to this. Yes, 3. 3 times 5, 15. 15 subtract, it will be 2. Now, I still have this. Since I subtracted, I will take it easily and put it down. I don't add anything here because I subtracted. Now here 20, right? What's the number multiplied to 5? Give me 20. Absolutely right, 4. 4 times 5, 20. Subtract. So my answer is 634. So here is our answer. Our answer here is 634. Now, We will do another one, but this time is big with bigger numbers. Let's do 6,726 divided by 24. So we're gonna have to add the 20 to 24 times table, right? Like I told you. This is our divisor. This is I'm gonna think about this numbers times table. 24 times 1 is 24, 48, then 72, then 96, then 120, then 144, then 168, then 192, then 216, then 240. This, if I multiply 24 by 1, by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5, by 6, by 7, by 8, by 9, and by 10. Now, here, let's start looking. I will look at 6. Do I have 6 here? No, I don't. I don't have 6. I don't have 6 here. Do I have 67? I probably have something new to that. Is it 72 or 48? 48. 72 is bigger. So now we'll pick 48. What's the number multiplied to 24 given 48? 2. So now 2 times 48, 2 times 24, 48. Subtract. 7 minus 8, I can't. I have to borrow. This will be 5. This will be 17. 17 minus 8, 9. 5 minus 4, 1. Am I finished? No, I'm not finished. I subtracted. Okay. Do I have 19 in the times table of 24? I don't. So what do I do now? I put down the what? The 2. And because I subtracted this number by this number and gave me 19, I don't have to add anything here because I subtracted already. So I only need to put 2 down. Now, do we have 192 in the times table of 24? Let me check. Yes, I do. Multiply by what? By 8. 8 times 24, 192. This is driving me crazy. What's wrong with my app today? 192. Subtract zeros. Oh, I'm finished. Be careful. Still have the 6, right? So put it down. I put the 6 down. Do I have a number here? Do I have 6 here? I don't. Did I subtract here? I didn't subtract. So you add 0. Rule of division, long division. Repeat the video if you didn't understand. When I subtract, put the number down. It's okay. Like here, for example. I subtracted. After subtracted, I put the 0 down easily. Then I continue. But here, okay, I subtracted. I put the 6 easily. Did I continue? I can't continue because I don't have 6 in times table of 24. So the rule says when this happens, add 0 up. If you wish to add 0 here, point here, and 0 here, like I taught you in the class, okay. If you don't worry, that's not coming in the test. But in the test, I would ask you to write it as a remainder, not remainder, sorry, as a fraction. So I need you to take the remainder, which is 6, and write it as a fraction. Mr. How? You take the remainder as a numerator and the divisor as denominator. So your answer should be 280, and 6 over 24, which is, if you convert it into a decimal number, 280.25. Okay? So you have multiples of answer. What I need in the list, I need this in the list. I need this. Okay. Remember, when we add the 0, mister, when we cannot subtract and we can move this number. So when we cannot subtract this number, I then add 0 up. Clear? I think it's clear. Even imagine if we have here 5. Okay? Imagine if we have here 5. Imagine. I put the 6 down. Okay? I put the 6 down after I subtracted this. Now, do I have 6 times 7 there? I don't. So I would have to put the 5 down. How dare I? I cannot put the 5 down unless I add 0 up. After I added 0 up, then it's okay. I can put the 5 down. Understood? Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Hopefully you understand. you can always replay the video. Okay, this is very important point, and it's coming in the test. If you write 28, remainder 6, wrong 280. To the and always you need to double check. Always double check. Okay, took us so long. Now, I think this is for long division. Change. Word problem that says you have 150 pounds. You have 150 pounds. Okay. And you want to buy a skateboard. The skateboard that you want to buy costs what? It costs let's say 81.59 like your book pounds. And you want to buy also a helmet to protect your head. Okay. So you have helmet that costs what? 4.85 pound. I will ask you to work out the change. In math, change means subtraction. But here we have and. You have skateboard and helmet. So we have two keywords. We have and we have change. And I have a total. My total of money is 150 pounds. So since and was mentioned before change, I would have to add first. So you need to take these two numbers and add them together. 81.59. I will not write their symbols for now. After I add, I can write the symbols, which is pounds. Remember, boys and girls, I'm repeating the same thing. Tenths under hundreds under hundreds, tens under tens, units under units, hundreds under tens under tens. Sorry, tens under tens again, hundreds under hundred, tens under tens, units under units, tens under unit, tens. Careful. Order of place value is very important. 9, 5, it would be 14, 4 here, 1 up, 1, 5, 6. 6 and 8 would be 14, 4 here, 1 up. 1 plus 2, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 and 4 is 6. And Mr. Nasser, you forgot about the decimal point. Very important, Mr. Since I have here two place values, same here, two place values. Careful. Okay, now 8 goes down. So when I add these two numbers, which is 81.59 plus 4.85, it will give me 86.44. What pound? Am I finished? I'm not finished. I would still have to subtract it from the total 150 pounds. So after I take the total 150, I would have to subtract it. So have to subtract 86.44. Okay? So now let's do it. So this is the first step. Second step, I subtract. I take 150, subtract 86.44. Okay, you can use the way you choose, but I always prefer to use the column method. Okay, so let's do it in another page. Take this, copy. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do it here. Now look. So I'm gonna take 150, put it up since it's but Mr. You told us it's true. Sorry. I prefer to put the decimal numbers up, but Mr. Wait. What are you doing? Here, this is subtraction, and in subtraction, order matters. So I take the number on the left, put it up, the number on the right, put it down. I don't care about decimal or not decimal. This is subtraction, not multiplication. So in the subtraction, order matters. So 150 up and 86.44 down. Remember, 44 here will be, because we don't have decimal numbers with 150, decimal point will be here. Units under the units, 6 will be here. Tens under the tens, 8 will be here. And since we don't have anything, I'm just gonna leave it empty, or you can write 0. It's optional. It's up to you. So now I subtract. So now, do I have here, since I don't have anything, I'm gonna represent them by zero. Zero, decimal point, it's okay. Don't care. Zero. Now, Mister, this is very crucial. This is why I wrote it in red. Crucial means important, it means sensitive. So we need to now look at this in another perspective. Now it's like a decimal number because I added zeros. Now, it's not the same. Most of you would do this. Oh, Mr. 44. Subtract. No, here zeros. You need to borrow from the beginning. So start. I don't have borrow. This will be 4. This will be 9. This will be 9. This will be 10. 10 minus 4, 6. 9 minus 4, come on, 5. Point goes down. 9 minus 6, 3. 4 minus 8. I can't, mister. I can't. I borrow. This will be 0. This will be 14. Now this will be 6. So my answer is 63.56. What pounds? Mister, what is this number? What is this value? This is my change. Let me write it in more prestigious way. This is my change. Got it. Hopefully you got it. This is our part of word problems. All right, let's get through second place. Division and multiplication problems. If I told you, let's take one multiplication problem because it's so easy. Come on, you studied the rest at home from the book. Okay, double check your books always. But this video is valuable. You can revise from it, of course. You can watch this video a lot of times. A school, sorry for that. A school holds 1,527 students. So in a school, we have a total of 1,527 students. The question is, what is the total number of students on 5 days? I forgot to mention something. A school holds 1,527 students per day, each day. So in each day, I have 1,527. Now, on 5 days, what's the total number? Multiplication, of course. Take this number, multiply by 5. Come on, total. So it's going to be a bigger number. How can I make this bigger number? And when I have 5 days, each one day, 1,500. It's like a ratio. I can represent in this ratio. 1 to 5. In one day, I have 1,527. To what? To the answer that we're going to do now, which is 1,527 multiplied by 5. Mr. Y, I told you. One day, this. How about 5 days? Multiply. Come on. Simple. 5 times 7. Come on, students. It's 35. 5 here, 3 up. 5 times 2, 10. 10, 3, 13. 3 here, 1 up. 5, 5, 25. 25 and 1, 26. 6 here, 2 up. 5, 1, 5. 5, 2, 7. The answer is 7,635. This is our ratio. This is for 5 days, the number of students for 5 days, and this is the number of students in one day. This ratio, we're gonna take it later on. Okay, so for 1,527, sorry, multiplied by 5, it will give me 7,635. Call multiplication, come on. Forget about this ratio, it's not coming. Just think about this only. Multiplication, come on. Come on, students. If I told you, if I told you another way, if I told you, okay, the number of students on 5 days, 7,635. How many students in one day? Divide, of course. One day is less, so we're gonna divide. Think of it this way. Understand the word problem in front of you. Hopefully you understand me. Okay. Um, Now averages. What is an average? What is the mean average? It is a central value in any data. So when we have data, central value, when you have data, you can take from the data a lot of things. One of the things, central value or mean average. For example, you have, I need a mean, what is the mean average of the following? What's the mean average? Mean average of this data, of this, of these scores, these scores. Marks. Look, now we have 5, 7, 4, 7, and 7. The rule says to get a mean average, get a mean average, to get a mean average. Let's write average here. To get the average, you need to take the sum, sorry, the rule says the sum of data, the sum of data given to you. This, for example, here we have these data, these. I add them. Sum means addition, the whole summation of these numbers together. Divided by what, mister? Divided by what, mister? Divided by the number of numbers. The number of numbers. How many times are the numbers? How many numbers do you have? Like how many? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do it now together. So I'm gonna add like this: 5 plus 7 plus 4 plus 7 plus 7. How many numbers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Divide them by 5. Now add them together. Let's add them together. If you after you add them together, 5 and 7 would be 12, plus 4 would be 16, plus 7 would be 23, plus 7 would be 30. So 30 over 5. It means 30 divided by 5. It means 6. So the mean average of this data, what is it? 6. So what's the average here? 6. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add the numbers in the scores given. We're gonna add them, divide them by their numbers. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how we calculate the center value average, mean average. Okay. Now we go to geometry. Okay, it's been a long video. You know what? I'm gonna carry on. Let's carry on. Reading line graphs. Let's go to page 70, this one here. Reading line graphs. When you read a line graph, you will look at two things, the X line and the Y line. This is X-axis and this is Y-axis. Here, a relation between, not this one. This one. A relation between pounds and months. Pounds saved, like saving money, money saved. Here, students, you will look at it from a different perspective. Look here. Look here, X and here Y. X is pound saved and Y is months. So we have two things we need to relate them. So we can use graphs to do this job. And when we use numbers on two axes, we call it coordinates. Okay, so these are coordinates. Coordinate, 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 coordinate. But this time I don't care about what is the coordinate. What I do care about is if I know this, what is this? And if I know this, what is this? Look down. How much has Sonal saved after? So this graph is showing you a name of a person, which is Sonal, how much he saved during these months. How many months? How many months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 months. 10 months. How much money did he save at the end? 17. 17 pounds. So look here. So at month, how much has Sonal saved after? So I need this. Did this? I don't know this. I need it. By knowing what? By knowing the months. 2 months. What is the month side? Months, huh? Months. Ah, this is months, mister. This is months. Which is why. Ah, two. This is two. Now what I do? I take my ruler. I connect. Uh-huh. Careful. Connect. Stop here. This coordinate. Then I go down, 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 down. So how much did he save in 2 months? £4. £4. Easy. £4. What about 4 months? 4 months. Okay, miss. Easy. 4 months. Connect. Stop here. Go down. How much? 8. How much? 8. Yes, 8. Very good. 8 what? £8. What about Mister in 4.5 months? 4.5 months. It's easy. This is 4, Mister. This is 4. This is 4. And between the 4.5, we have a line here. This is the half. 4.5. So it should be here. So what do? I connect. Connect. Then I will stop here. Then I will go down. Yes. How much did he save after 4.5 months? £9. Careful. Okay, and you won. This is the same way. Now, I'm gonna look at it from different perspective now. Now, if you know how long has Solon has been saving when he has £5. Let's look at £5. How long have been saving? For how long? So look here, 5. Up. Let's erase this. You go up until you reach this interaction, this intersection. So when you reach here, you go and continue with the line. Easy, you follow, just following the line. Huh? How many months? 2.5 months. So the answer here is 2.5, or just write 2.5 months. I think it's clear. That's it for reading graph. This is how you read a graph. When you read between two things. Repeat the video if you didn't understand. Okay. Now pie charts. Pie charts are figures used to represent data. So when we want to represent data, we use pie charts. This is a pie chart. Look here. When I divide something here into two equal parts, let's say, for example, I told you that I have 400 things, whatever they are. 400 things representing this whole circle, which is a pie chart. Now I put the line, that is black line, in the middle. In the middle. Exactly in the middle. Now, tell me, what do you think? How much is this and how much is this? You would tell me, Mister, here 200 and here 200. That's correct, because here half and here half. And the half of 400 is 200. Now, what if I told you this, about it this way, put it to you this way. And I told you, please get me the following. I want to know what is E, and I want to know what is A, and what is B. Look, let's start with E. E, okay. I know this is 200, and I know this is 200. Okay, so all of this is 200, and all of this is 200. Okay. Mister, these look like quarters, but this looks like a half. So what do I need to do? I need to separate it. Let's imagine this. Separate. Separate. Now it's quarters. How many quarters? Of course, 4 quarters. So imagine this as 200, all of it. Now, what's the quarter of 250? So that's 50 here. 50 here, 50 here, 50 here. So after you add the 50s, it will be 200 the total, because a quarter of 200 is 50. Now, so the answer here, E equals 150. What about A? What about B? Here, we need something called estimation. You estimate here. For example, I think this is 170, 120, for example. And I think this is 180. Sorry, this is 80. Maybe. Okay, here you are estimating, not 100, of course. Or for example, you can say this is 160 and this is 40. I estimating here. I know it's more than a half. Clear. I think it's clear. You can say even 130 here and here 70. Okay, estimating. You can have different numbers, but don't write here, for example, 100 and here 100. No, they're not halves, huh? Come on, careful. That's for reading graphs and pie charts. Okay. So, right. Nice. Look here. We have a coordinate. What's the coordinate? The coordinate says that we have to read, sorry, coordinate. This is oh, okay, mister. Thank you very much. What do you want from us? Just wait a second. This is called X. This is called Y. Why we call this X and this is Y? Come on, it's a scaling system. It's a system. We follow rules. Come on. Don't ask these questions. Here, this is the negative side. And this is the positive side. Now look, -1, -2, -3. Let's be specific. Mm-hmm. -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay. And here, let's continue. And here, -1, -2. Sorry for that. -2. Okay. And here, 1, 2, 3. Let me pause the video. Oh, I can't. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's too boring. I know. I should have prepared this.